This is Herbert and Miriam's first meeting in 70 years. Right now, Mimi, as she is tenderly called by her close ones, is reminding her childhood friend where they used to live, play and study in the city of Cernăuți.
This is the building which belonged to Herbert's grandfather. They lived, I think, on the third floor.
The trouble-free life of Jewish children changed the moment when Romanian occupation authorities took over the city. They made all the Jews move to a ghetto. Herbert's and Mimi's families weren't an exception.
The buildings with a lot of people, no beds, nothing to eat, the smell was not very okay. My first impression had been the commandatur from the Nazis, from the German, such big persons, guys, with dogs. And the dogs had been so big, and I have been a small child, have been very afraid from the dogs. They tried to attack me.
From that ghetto, innocent people were sent to Transnistria, a fictitious region of Romania where 200,000 Jews found their death during the war. Herbert's and Miriam's families managed to escape. But when the war was over, they ended up in different countries. During the first years after the war, Miriam lived in Romania. Herbert moved to Germany.
What do you feel and what was your feel yesterday when you see each other?
Look, if we were like brother and sister.
To me, had been, if there's no, where have been the years?
Yeah.
The years have not been existing.
This meeting was initiated by the German-Ukrainian project We Learn to Remember. The fruit of the project have been recently presented in Cernăuți.
Ist ein transnationales Erinnerungsprojekt für an die Opfer der Shoah in der Ukraine, das jetzt inzwischen in bis zu 10 Städten aktiv ist.
German diplomats also marked the importance of this project, since all the materials are beneficial not only for Ukraine, but for Germany as well.
This first part of the Holocaust, the one that happened in Ukraine, does not get the attention that it deserves. So bringing this aspect of the Holocaust to the German public will also be an important task. Thanks to the initiative, thanks to the energy of the Jewish community in Düsseldorf, that we have here an extremely valuable pedagogical project that brings the aspects of the Holocaust to the young generation.
The presentation of a comic book about Herbert and Mimi's lives and the Holocaust that took place in the region was held in Cernăuți. The comic book is not about caricatures or funny pictures. It's the book about the genocide of Jews in the form of a graphic novel. The materials for the book are provided by the Cernăuți Museum of the History and Culture of Bukovinian Jews. The project focuses primarily on education. In addition, here in Cernăuți, most students for the first time ever could realize the profundity of Holocaust tragedy in their native city.
Я пересмотрел свои взгляды на историю. Если раньше история для меня казалась всего-навсего прошлым, которое стоит не более чем анализировать, то сейчас я понял, что иногда стоит смотреть в прошлое для того, чтобы смело смотреть в будущее.
До этого мы учили историю. Это была теория, а сейчас это было очень хорошим опытом увидеть на собственные глаза этих людей, которые пережили все это в моем, нашем городе.
These horrific lessons of the past have to be voiced, since intolerance toward Jews, sadly, is still the case.
What we have today, that our pupils in Düsseldorf that are going to normal schools are telling us that they are hiding to tell that they are Jews. For the anti-Semitism is now in Germany very high.
It's a problem not only in Germany. Anti-Semitism thrives in other civilized countries as well. And it would be impossible to put an end to it if we continue viewing Holocaust as mere episode in history.